Hello, I'm Father Robert Balacer, the Digital Jesuit, and this is an analog unboxing. It's day 9, that's right, the penultimate, the second from last day of our Days of uberGeek Christmas. Now, folks, we have had a time the last week and some taking a look at some of the products from Kingston. Now, remember, if you're just joining us now, Kingston was nice enough to reach out and say, hey, how would you like to do something nice for your audience? How would you like to do something nice for your tweeps? How would you like to give people a little bit of holiday cheer in the form of cool swag, of gear? And of course, I jumped at the chance. And today, the thing I jumped at was this. This is the Kingston DT2000. It is a keypad protected, hardware encrypted 64 gigabyte flash drive. Now, I have been playing with these things for quite a while now. It's the whole concept is to change what we've come to expect out of our encrypted flash drives. You see, when we talk about encryption and flash drives, typically it's some sort of drive that has maybe an encryption engine, maybe not, maybe it depends on the software, but you use some sort of UI installed into the operating system in order to be able to access the data. Now, that works in most cases, and it is a very cost-efficient way to do it. Typically, what you would have is you would have a drive that has the memory divided into two partitions. One is a very small partition that would have the operating system installed, be it for Mac or Windows or Linux, whatever it might be. That allows you to enter in your PIN, your passcode, whatever it might be, to unlock the data on the drive. Now, the real cheap ones, the super cheap encrypted drives, are basically just flash drives that depend on the operating system to do the encryption and the decryption. I don't particularly like those for a bunch of reasons. One is performance, but also it leaves the keys on the target computer. I'm not a big fan of that. Also, it means you're at the mercy of the UI. If it doesn't have a client for the operating system that you're using, it doesn't work. That's just not acceptable. Now, the next level up is it has a hardware encryption engine. It has those two partitions, and a company like Kingston would be big enough to give you clients for every major OS distribution. That's good, but there are still a few things that I don't like about it. Again, you've got the UI on the operating system. It means you have to install something. Also, it means that you have to have a partition that is unencrypted. There has to be part of the device that you can access to get that software so that you can enter in the PIN for the other partition. You can do that well, but it's still, it irks me. I don't want anyone to have access to any of the memory of my encrypted drive. And that's where the DT2000 comes in. Now, what makes it different is this keypad. This keypad is not just for show. What it allows me to do is it allows me to have a hard-coded PIN, a password, in my drive. Now, this means there is no UI to install. This means there is no software that has to be kept in an open partition. This means I'm not at the mercy of the manufacturer to design a client for my operating system, because the operating system for the encryption is actually built into the device. That's just wonderful. I love that. Now, for this one, it's the default, so all you have to do is hit that, and then 1 1 2 2 3 3 4 4. Hit the key again, and you'll see the light changes from red to green. Now, once it's green, it's a regular USB drive. It's just a flash drive. Now, it's still encrypted. It's running through the internal hardware encryption engine, but it will work on Linux. It will work on OS X. It will work on Windows. It will work on anything that can recognize a USB drive. Once you type in your PIN, it is just a USB drive. Now, I also love the fact that the hardware encryption engine means that everything is encrypted on the memory. Some of these drives, I actually have seen some quote-unquote data vaults that will use a PIN, but the PIN only grants you access to the drive. The data on the memory chips inside the drive is actually unencrypted. And they do this because it's cheaper, because they don't have to put a hardware decryption engine in it. Because I've got the hardware inside here, if you were to desolder the chips off of this device and plug them into a reader, it would still be encrypted. You still wouldn't be able to get it. It's wonderful that way. Now, they've put a couple of privacy features into this. If I enter in the code wrong 10 times, it actually deletes the keys. And if you know anything about encryption, once you delete the keys, it's gone. Forget it. The data is absolutely useless. It also has an admin mode, so I could have different access variables. Maybe I can put it into a read-only mode so people can read the data, but they can't delete it or overwrite it. I can also put it into a timeout mode. I can say, here, I'm going to decrypt it with a separate pin, and you have access to this thing for the next 5 minutes. It's that kind of innovation that really gets me excited about what Kingston has done with their drive. Now, it's not just the internals. They've made this thing pretty rugged. It's actually quite tough. It comes in this aluminum housing. It's in this little key fob. I've had my original one, which was a 32 gigabyte model, for maybe 7 years. It was basically the first one that they brought out. And yes, it's scratched up, and yes, it's a little worse for wear. Yes, it's got a lot of Dorito dust cracked into the crevices, but it's still working, and it's still working as well as the day that I bought it, and it's still as secure as the day that I bought it. Now, the other parts of the hardware are also important. It's USB 3.1 Gen 1. It's 135 megabytes per second read, 40 megabytes per second write, full disk AES 256-bit encryption, IP57 compliant for water and dust resistance, which basically means you can spill on it, you can dunk it, you can put it through the wash. Just don't take it deep sea diving. It's a 6-number pin, automatically locked when removed from a computer, and you can go all the way up to a 15-number pin, depending on what you want when you reset it. It's FIPS 140 level 3, and it will support right now Windows 10, 8, 1.7, Mac OS 10, 10.9, Linux 2.6, Chrome OS, and Android. Now, unlike some of the other encrypted USB drives, this particular device is enterprise certified. So if you are a IT geek and you're looking to give your people a way to secure their data when they're away from the office, this will actually tie into your enterprise policy. I love that. It means you're not going from user to user to user. You can actually set it so that the next time they plug it into the network, it updates their policy. Again, just a really, really nice way to make something like this. It comes in several different capacities. They've got 4 and 8 gigabytes, 16, 32, 64, and 128. Now, the 16 gigabyte model starts at 95. The 32 gigabyte model starts at 122. And this, the 64 gigabyte model, is 157. Now, that pricing may seem a bit high, but just remember that what you're really paying for is the hardware suite, the security suite. So if you do buy one of these, I'd suggest you buy the biggest one you can, because the price difference between the memory sizes is actually nominal. Going from 16 gigabyte to 64 gigabyte only costs 50% more. So yeah, do it. Again, this is the Kingston DT2000, a winner in my book. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who aren't that excited about USB drives, but I am bigly excited about security, and this is definitely one of the cornerstones of my security. Now, I think now is the time when we get to the swag. Yes, that's right. I'm remembering. I may be sleep deprived. I may be tired. I may be muttering words that my brain are only picking up after they come out of my mouth. But I understand that this is the time when we give you, well, one of you, this. We're going to be sending you a brand spanking new, not the one I just opened, a brand spanking new Kingston DT2000 encrypted USB drive if you win. Now, how do you win? Well, I would hope that most of you would know by now, but you win by entering the giveaway. We've had this open for 9 days now. We are right here. And, the rules were quite simple. All you had to do was reply to the tweet for today's giveaway with the hashtag Kingston is with you. If you did, my bot automatically scraped you from my Twitter account and entered you here. Well, not quite. It put you into a file, and then I had to copy the file over. Now, the competition is cumulative, which means if you entered in previous days, that's what the different colors mean, you do get extra entries, which means if you've been entering since the beginning, you get 9 chances to win this particular drive. So the way that we're going to do this, because we want to be completely transparent, is I want to take you through the entire process. And I've done this every single night because I don't want people to think that I favored someone. These are not going to my friends and family. These are all for you. So let's start with this. The first thing we want to do is dedupe. Just in case my bot missed a duplicate, I want to make sure that no one has an unfair advantage in today's giveaway. So I'm going to take all of these. I'm going to go to data and I'm going to go to remove duplicates. By the way, the reason why I used Google Sheets for this is because everyone has access to Google Sheets. Every part of this giveaway is available to you, accessible by you. So let's do this. And we've got, all right, no duplicates, 159 unique rows, which means 159 unique entries for the day. All right, so we go from entry number 1 would be at row 34. And the last one is at row 11. What is that? 1344. 34 to 1344. So we're going for 34 to 1344. Oh, this random number generator it was literally the first one on Bing. Actually, now there's another one on top of this one. But this was the one that I pulled on the first day, and we've been using it. The only thing I've done is to make sure that it actually provides random numbers. So I did a bunch of number generation. And I don't run this. I didn't program this. I don't have any inside access. So it is truly random. But to give you one more chance to make sure that this is transparent, I'm going to ask for somebody in the chat room to give me a random number. That number is going to be the number of times that I actually run the random number generator. The very last time is the number that we take. That will correspond with the row in that sheet, which is the winner of today's competition. So let's take a look. Who am I going to take? I've got Jesuiti with 3. Everyone always wants a high number. Let's do that. Okay, so we've got 3. We're going to run it 3 times, and then we're going to correlate it to a row. Here we go. 1, 2, and split out. 224, and that is 224. That's near the top. Right about there. That would be W.J. Horsley. Now, here's the thing. As said in the rules, it's not over. If that's not you, don't worry, because they have to respond within 60 seconds. I'm going to DM this person right now. If they respond within 60 seconds, it's theirs. They'll get one of the DT2000s shipped straight to their address of choice. If they don't, we draw again. And again, that's just a way to be fair, and it's kind of a way to emulate what we do at conferences. This is the official clock, and let me go ahead and hit up Jay Horsley. Oh, I know him. He's from our days of Diamond Club. All right, here we go. Hey, man. You want some swag? You just need to respond within 60 seconds. All right, here we go. And at the same time, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, he's got 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Come on, Horsley. Do your thing. Now, it's at times like this that I try to remember to be charitable. I don't always get what I want. I don't always win the prizes I want when I'm at these conferences, but you got to be happy for the person that does. That's the whole idea of this. We wanted to bring some smiles into an otherwise not so great year. So if he does win, if he does respond, please be happy for him. And if he doesn't, don't taunt him, and just know that hey, you know what? We tried. We're at 30 seconds. We still have no response. Oh, yesterday's winner responded with 2 seconds remaining. So who knows? And actually, it was just the ... to let me know that someone was typing. We are now at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am sorry. No. Oh, no. no. Okay, hold on. Sorry, man. Horsley, you kill me. So that means a redraw. I'm going to need another random number so that I can redraw again. So who's going to give it? Someone in the chat room. Give me a number. Give me a number. You know, we got to do this. Let's do it right. Yeah, no dots. No dots. Rob Collins, 4. Okay, that's the first one that comes up. All right, Rob. We're going to run it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 343. All right. Who is at 343? That would be right here. John Maloney. John Maloney. All right. Here we go. Same deal. Oh, I know John too. Wow. These are like the OGs are getting it today. Actually, John might be in the chat room right now. Hold on. Hey, John. You win. If you can reply within 60 seconds. Same deal. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I mean, it kind of kills, right? I mean, it'd be like getting to the Super Bowl and not winning. Well, I mean, not quite. Oh, hey! All right, fantastic. We do have a winner, John Maloney, under 20 seconds actually. Let me say, well done. Okay, folks, I'm sorry if it wasn't you. I do apologize. If it was up to me, I would give swag to every single person that follows me, just because most of you are awesome. I mean, some of you are like Patrick Delahanty, but most of you are awesome. Until next time, please like, please subscribe. We have one more giveaway tomorrow. And folks, this is the big one. It is a 1 terabyte Kingston KC2500 M.2 PCIe connected SSD. This monster does almost 3,000 megabytes per second read and write. Now, even if your computer doesn't currently support M.2, there are some enclosures you can drop on this thing to make this the best USB drive you've ever had. So tomorrow, the last day, the last uberGeek day of Christmas, I'll be giving away one of these. Now, remember, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/PadreSJ. When I put out the tweet tonight announcing the day 10 giveaway, just reply to that tweet with the hashtag Kingston is with you. And you know what? Put a witty comment. You don't have to, but it makes everyone smile. And I think this year we need to make each other smile. Until then, I am Father Robert Balacer, the digital Jesuit. And remember, there's no uberGeek without you.